It's the season for giving, and in many ways and in his way, Jason Francis from the T.O.P Soccer Academy is giving back to the community of Chaguanas, New Settlement to be exact. They've been there this entire week, and then they'll journey to Port of Spain today to wrap up a camp, a 5-day camp featuring 52 children. I want to welcome the founder of T.O.P Soccer Academy, Jason Francis, to the show, as well as the head coach, Mark Anthony William. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. I know it's been an extremely busy week for you guys, but I do appreciate you guys getting up early and coming on to talk about this T.O.P Soccer Academy camp, because it's an annual camp. It's something that you pride yourself on doing every year, Jason.
Yeah, so thank you for having us. It is the third iteration of the camp. It's actually a free Christmas clinic, as we labeled it, and we have two partners involved in this, Born 868 and New Settlement United Action Committee, and we've been doing this to impact kids primarily based on positive character development using football.
Right, using football, and out of using football, you want to give back. These kids can actually get a lot out of this, Mark Anthony, in the sense that this could not only, one, inspire them to go on to not only love the game and play the game at a professional level, but have you seen that talent at that young level?
Yes, definitely, especially here in Trinidad. We have an abundance of talent and skillful players, but we want to help train the youth to transition this football into their life. This life-changing sport that can impact us in many different levels. We want to use it to help build positive characters. I
like how you put that, life-saving being the key word, because it's been a camp, a football camp, yes, but it's really been more than football. I'll tell you why, Trinidad and Tobago, because today these kids will venture to the Port of Spain Museum, am I right? So it's just, can you run us through the week of what these kids went through?
Yeah, so again, our model, it's a positive character development model, and we indicated to the kids from the very first day, football is secondary. It is your character which is most important. So each day we had a theme, and the themes were as goes: attitude, accountability, confidence, and commitment. And so we want them to be able to engender those characteristics. So when they leave football, when they go to school, in their homes, they can display some of these attitudes, and we push that. We try to integrate that as much as possible, and that is our learning model for the kids, because again, it's bigger than just football.
Mark Anthony, you know, kids from all backgrounds, from all, you know, hotspot communities across central Trinidad, all of these kids are included in this.
Yes, definitely. Everybody, it was very well participated and inclusive of everyone within the community. I think we even had some guests from Venezuela and stuff.
Wow, wonderful. So what is your hope for this? It's been 3 years, Jason. What are your hopes that this T.O.P Soccer Academy Christmas Clinic, where do you hope it goes?
Well, we want to continue the work and really pay it forward, and so to speak. I myself came from an underserved community, a low-income family, much like these kids, and when I look at them, I see myself. When our partners from Born 868 and New Settlement United Action Committee look at these kids, we live that life. We experience crime, poverty, low education in some of these cases, and we want to tell those kids that we are just like you, we can identify, and to continue to push the work of this free clinic forward.
Yeah, no, I want to ask you a personal question, because you come from the Bronx, that's out in New York, and you know, you've chosen to come back to your community and do this. You could easily do it in one of your communities in the Bronx, but you choose every year to come back to Trinidad and Tobago, and back to a lesser extent Chaguanas, and really put on this clinic.
Yeah.
Why?
So just a little background. So T.O.P Soccer, our mission is to instill the philosophy of training, optimism, and persistence when approaching both soccer and life. And we have multi-year programming in New York, so we work with kids from low communities, low underserved communities. We work with youth, we work with families, we work with multiple constituencies. Chaguanas is where I grew up before I migrated, and why not now? Why not Chaguanas? Why not give back to the place that gave me so much? I had coaches who never got paid. who use so much of their time to impart some life lessons to me. And when I hear news of crime rates and kids going the other way or going astray, it really does break my heart. It touches me, and it's about taking positive action is all.
Yeah, as much as it's really been good for you, I'm sure, Mark Anthony, that these kids, what type of reactions did you get? They must have been extremely excited.
It's amazing to just see their reaction and the way they soak everything in from the entire week, not just being on the field, but also taking in the workshops and educating them and preparing them for, to have, not just have fun, but to do it also in a positive way, showing them that there is joy and light in doing the good and the right things.
When would you deem it a success? When is it going to be when you probably produce a national footballer or a club footballer out of this?
Well, that's not our goal, to produce the next best player, but again, to build their character. And for me, success was what one child said to me yesterday. He said, "Sir, when I get older, I want to do what you're doing for the kids." And to me, it says it all. The idea is paying it forward, and I think they have understood that this week and will continue to understand it as they get older.
So how do you see the future of this camp running?
I see it up, alive, and well. I think the way that we go about our business is very contained in terms of the partners that we have on board. And so it's really inviting the younger kids in, but also I think as far as volunteers, where that is concerned, a lot of the kids from the past who are a bit older, they have come on board to volunteer with us as admin staff or even coaches. So I think it's only growing from strength to strength.
It's a Christmas clinic camp right now. Do you have any ideas or futuristic plans of, broadening it throughout the year?
I would hope so. Again, as I said, I returned to the Bronx in January, and we're going to kick off more programming there. And so the hope is if I can have an opportunity to come back sometime before Christmas, I would love it. So we have to work a few things out on the administration side, but the goal again is to grow it in terms of getting more people involved to take stock of their community.
It's also a great potential there for Bronx Chaguanas partnership.
Of course, absolutely. And so I think being here on this show this morning, but also through our website, through our social media platforms, people are becoming more engaged, people are becoming more integrated, and I think the work, it's not for self-efficacy, but instead it is to, again, make a difference where a difference can be made. And I think by this, more people will want to have conversations to further this work.
Jason Francis, Mark Anthony William, I really appreciate you guys being on the Morning Shot talking about this fantastic work that you guys have been doing. Keep it up.
Thank you
for having us.
Well, the Christmas clinic wraps up today. They'll be taking the kids to the Port of Spain Museum because it's more than just a football camp for these guys. They want to kick crime out of the window. They want to kick poverty out of the window. They want to kick a lot of negative things out of these children's lives. And that's one way they're using it. They're using football to do it in that way. When we come back, we'll have the Cannes Bike Zone giveaway. So stay very close to your phones because you've got a chance to win a scooter. Next.